should. You should definitely. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, man. I
yeah,
appreciate it. I'm glad that we've connected, and thank you for taking the time to jump on again for the third time. And when I was doing the 50th episode, I said I got to get Nathan back on, because like I said, we talk all the time off air, from your podcast or busy podcast. So yeah, so I have Nathan Ramachandra, host of the NR Hour podcast, which airs every day,
yeah,
sometimes 3, 4 times a day, depending on how many guests you have. This guy
yeah.
he hustles and gets these guests. Some
And
people,
and we,
so
we both of us have done collab shows
yeah, we
before.
have done collab
With
shows. Yeah,
Sean Smith, former Chiefs player, that was a good one.
yep, that was a good one. I
Yeah,
was just talking about Heidi Andro that we had
and yeah,
back to back. We both reached out to her around the same time, and she talked about it on the show yesterday. She was saying I did it. She said I did a show yesterday. And she said, "Yeah, I was talking," and she was talking about her background and all that. And I said, "Oh yeah, it's my good friend from the podcast game, Nathan." She said, "Oh okay." She said, "Yeah." Don't. She said, "Okay." So she was just glad. Like I said, sometimes we have the same guests, which is good, So we keep it we keep it together, and we staying together. So, but yeah, thanks for taking the time once again, man. So, what have you been? I know you've been busy. What was your last few shows? Who you had on the last couple of shows?
excuse me with the cough. It's just allergies here, so bear with me. But yeah, so the guest I had on today, her name, I can't pronounce her last name, but her name is Jasmine. She's from the Netherlands. She does
Okay.
she has a podcast called Players Talk. Go follow her on Instagram. She used to work in China, and she's connected with Tracy McGrady. She knows Tracy McGrady. She knows C. Francis. She knows obviously Daniel Ortiz. I worked with Daniel Ortiz, the brother of Metal Peace, so she
Mhm.
knows them. She's well connected. She loves the NBA, and that was a great conversation I had with her today. And you guys will see the full interview on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, and LinkedIn. But that was an inspiring conversation. And she's an up and coming reporter, journalist, and she has a daughter who's 6 years old, and she works hard every day. I mean, I'm just glad that she came on today, and I'm working on actually this week. I have a pretty big guest line. Wednesday, I have Willie Cologne coming on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that. I saw you did that. And yeah, I reached out to Jasmine. We've been talking off air. We were gonna try to do something. She said, because I said she has a daughter, so she said, "Oh yeah, we can collaborate." Because I was on her IG live yesterday or day before, I think, and we connected and we were chatting on IG live, and she was saying that she said, "Oh yeah, she just let me know like a week ahead of time." So, oh no doubt. So we might try to do something in the next week or two. So I'll definitely have her on. And I saw that earlier you were talking with American Ninja Warrior
Akbar, yeah. So
Akbar. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Tell
get
us
him.
about that.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast. So this morning I was walking my dog, and he was running outside in Cali, so in LA. So I said, "Can I join the live real quick?" And he said, "Yeah." So he accepted my request. I told him, Would you like to come on my podcast?" He said, "Yeah, let's set up something." So I messaged him, but he didn't answer yet. So probably he's busy right now.
Yeah, I mean that's big. I saw that when you guys were talking. I said, "Oh, he's about to get Akbar from American Ninja Warrior on the show." So what else you got upcoming in the next week? 'Cause I know you're like
So
me. You have like a week ahead. We already have guests already
yeah.
lined up for the
So
next week.
Monday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I have. Tomorrow I have a Loyola assistant coach coming on tomorrow, Sunday,
Okay.
and then 4:30 I have a martial arts coach coming on. He's connected with Heidi, so Heidi knows him. Actually,
Okay.
the guy interviewed Heidi also, so
Oh,
he's coming
okay.
on. He's coming on the show tomorrow, and then Monday I have uh, Gabby Rosenthal. She's a PR social media person. She's connected well with Jenna Lemacini and all those other reporters she knows. And then and then Monday, 4 p.m., I have a returning guest, Chaz Ayu from BYU, defensive back. He's coming back on the show.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, I have J.J. Burden, former NFL wide receiver. And then Wednesday, Whitley Cologne. And then Thursday, I have Andisha Curry. She's a assistant coach for Maine men's basketball. She's coming on. And then I have Bridget Case, former NFL cheerleader. She does a podcast now with Robert Turbin, who I got to interview, the former NFL running back free agent. And then Friday, I'm still looking for a guest for Friday. So there you go.
Wow, you got your week covered, man. How do you
No, but-
keep up? Do you have like a notebook that you keep up with these guests?
I mean, no, I don't have a notebook. I go back to my if I get lost, I just go back to my Instagram promotions to see the time and day. And so Friday, I have an open space. So if anyone wants, whoever's tuning in, if anyone wants to come on the show on Friday, next Friday, please do, because I'm still looking for a guest next Friday. I'm working on something, but let's see if that doesn't come to fruition. I would like to have someone on for Friday's show, but I don't keep a notebook. I'm usually good at memorizing stuff, but if I get lost, then I just go back to my Instagram account just to see.
Yeah, because like I said, you promote it for the whole week. Like I usually do. I just once I have the guests locked in, then I promote it for the whole week. And like I think that's the one thing that we have in common. We try to get our guests a week or two ahead of time, and then we go back. See, I actually have my wife. She gave me a notebook. She said, "How you gonna remember all these things?" So she gave me a notebook. So I have I've been writing down all the ones so I can at least keep up, because sometimes I do forget because we have so many guests. Because sometimes now I don't just do the show on Saturday, as you notice. I do it on Mondays, and sometimes I'm doing it on Thursday afternoons and things like that. So it's a lot, but we keep the hustle.
Actually, I'm currently working on getting the Jackson State University head coach on soon.
Okay, all right.
Not Deion Sanders. The women's what's her some women's basketball coach that coaches at Jackson State University.
Get her on too. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's cool, man. Be on the lookout for all of those things. Has there been anybody that I don't know if I asked you this? Is there one or two interviews? I know there's so many more that we can get. Has there been one or two people that you definitely want to get on the ship that you would love to have on your show?
I'm still working on getting Tara Owens. It's on the 50. It's on the right now. It's on the 50-yard line. So still halfway. But I mean, he told me that he's gonna let me know soon, and we've been in contact. He has a podcast too, so he's busy. But he's been busy with that.
Yeah.
That's one of them. The other one I'm trying to get is CJ Anderson, but he said he's close to getting a new coaching gig, but he can't tell which one. But he's gonna announce it soon. He said I'm trying to get him on, but I'm just reaching out to big name people now, and I'm just honored that they have time to answer. I'm okay if they say no, but to have the time just to answer us is just amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But so I'm in patient mode with T.O., and then I have to be patient. In order for us to get this done, we need to be patient in this industry. So I'm willing to wait as long as T.O. is willing to wait. But so I want that's my goal, to get T.O. on the show, and then C.J. Anderson at some point. And I'm also working on Darren Woodson. He's been seeing my stuff, so Darren Woodson is another.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Yeah, Darren Woodson, and these are big. I mean, we trying our best to give everyone the best guests and the best content that we have. Man, it's been a really good journey, and we're gonna continue to keep grinding. But let's talk about some of these big news in the NFL, and then we'll talk a little NBA Finals. But the big news, New England Patriots. And Cam Newton tested positive. I talked about it earlier in the show, but I know you sent it out on my page. And the Patriots and Chiefs game has been postponed due to this. Players from that. I just got something.
They postponed it. They postponed it.
Yeah. Okay. DraftKings just said that has been postponed. So due to this, it's Cam Newton. So it must be more players have been tested positive. But what's your thoughts? And then we already have the Titans and Steelers. Their game was postponed also till week 8, week 9. So because they have an outbreak, Titans. So what's your thoughts on this whole situation?
My thoughts is here we go again with the nonsense.
Right.
Seriously, you can never catch a break. And if I was Roger Goodell and NFL, no, I don't know if they should consider a bubble, but at this point, but. To be honest, if they're canceling these games, why not just cancel this week and just to figure out what's going on? And because already we have 2 games canceled, and I don't know if Roger Goodell would consider this, but why not just cancel this week 4 schedule and then just hold on and then figure out what to do?
Yeah, Right. Yep. And I'm just reading. It's breaking news here. You know, they talk about Cam Newton. I agree with you too. It says here tested positive and is out for weeks. Well, they say he's out, but it does say that they're moving. They're about to move on. NFL moves Patriots and Chiefs games. So it's probably more players that have been tested. You know, if they're around Cam Newton, they probably some of them probably have gotten tested positive as well. But yeah, it's I wonder what the NFL is going to do. I know they're going to they always like to go move business as usual. They've always done that, but they're going to have to really think long and hard. Are we going to be able to finish an entire season, or do we have to shorten it to 12 games, or because they're not in a bubble? I know baseball, but they played 60 games, but they had to move a lot of different pieces and things too. You think the NFL would actually not, reduce the games to maybe 10 or 12?
I mean, that's another option, but but seeing all these positive tests, how long? I mean, Goodell needs to come up with something quick here, because you never know. Like you said, I was able to tune in to your last interview for a little bit, but I think at this point, I mean, this is getting out of control, and I'm just worried that with the Patriots getting it, the Titans, Steelers, anybody can get it now. So at this point, for me, in my opinion, just cancel this week and then talk to all the NFL players and the NFLPA and figure out what to do, because at this point, they need to come together and come up with something quick.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like I said, it's just like baseball. If you don't have a bubble, you're gonna have positive tests. You're traveling on buses and planes
but baseball has a bubble now though for the playoffs.
Yeah, so both playoffs, yeah, and they're about to finish their season. So I don't know if the NFL is going to be able to get through a 16-game season. I think they're making the right canceling some of these games, but they might have to cancel even more and postpone games. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the NFL what they do moving forward. But let's get into a couple of these week 4 games, the games that are on that are actually continuing. Let's talk about your Cowboys. I
mean, listen. Let me have the floor here real quick.
Okay.
So last week, I'm gonna be like Michael Irvin right here right now. So last week we were playing, I guess, the Seahawks, and I mean, we could have won that game. And Mike McCarthy makes stupid choices sometimes. I don't know why. He's being like Jason Garrett. He's being like Jason Garrett 2.0, but I don't know why. You can't go for the 2 late, but here's the thing: our defense is. I don't know what's going on with their defense. The defense is not stepping up. They need to start stepping up. We could have easily won this game last week against Seattle, and you let Russell Wilson go down the freaking field for a touchdown, and then they gave us time left, but Dak Prescott. I mean, I don't know what's going on with their team, but the defense needs to step up. That's my opinion. But I think tomorrow we're going to roll through Cleveland. I think we're going to beat Cleveland. We're going to beat them 60-0. No, I'm just joking. But it's going to be, for my prediction, it's going to be 35-28. 35-24 Dallas. And I think we're going to have a bounce back game. And the defense, you can consider this a bounce back game for the defense. In my opinion, against obviously Browns have a lot of weapons, but I think our defense can step up this week at home. So I think I feel confident beating the Browns, but anything can happen. So
yeah, anything can happen. You're right. And Dallas is scoring 30+ points, so they don't have no problem offensively. Dak's made a few mistakes, towards the end, but he kept them in it. Like the weapons you guys have on offense has kept keeping you guys in the game. It's just they can't get over the hump of winning. It's like they allow, because of the defense. The defense is getting shredded. They got shredded the last 2 weeks. Even the game they won against Atlanta, probably should have lost that game because Atlanta was up big, and then they blew it. They've been blowing leads like crazy, Atlanta Falcons. But I just don't. I mean, this Cleveland team that you guys are playing, they're 2-1, I believe. Yeah, they're 2-1. And they're limiting Baker Mayfield from throwing the football, so they're trying to run the football. Yeah. And if they put the game on his hands, Dallas should win because he's bound to make a mistake. Baker Mayfield, and they got weapons too. But if they run the football and they keep Dallas's offense off the field, Cleveland should win. But Dallas should win this game. They should. They definitely should. But the defense.
Yeah, I feel confident. If you think about it, we've been doing good against the run offense. Actually, our run defense has been perfect. The problem is when it comes to throwing, we don't know how to.
Right.
Our defensive backs are. I'm really concerned with their secondary. I think we need to pick up another veteran. Obviously, we have Brandon Carr back, but Earl Thomas is still out there. Jerry Jones, you better be calling.
Get on the
Thomas,
phone.
man. But other than that, I feel confident that the Cowboys will win tomorrow against the Cleveland Browns, and we're going to be 2-2.
Yeah, and then in this division, it's funny that they're 1-2. Dallas 1-2. The Eagles are 0-2-1. The Giants are 0-3, and Washington's 1-2. So the division is terrible. So anybody can win this division. So even if Dallas goes 1-3 and the Eagles go 0-3-1, they still have a chance to make it out. To win this bad division.
Yeah, so. It's a horrible division, but hopefully tomorrow we don't let up. Mike McCarthy has to have them mentally prepared for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, so. It can't be a letdown, definitely. Any other games you have that you have your eyes on? I was
really looking forward to the Patriots and Chiefs game, but now that's. But I don't. I think the team I'm really looking forward to. The one disappointing team, in my opinion, is the Falcons. I think they starting off so slow. Obviously, we beat them in week 2, but I don't know what's going. I feel like this team has a lot of talent, but they don't know how to show it.
Yeah, and it's the coaching. I think the coaching is part of the problem, and because offensively they got a lot of weapons, and it's just they can never hold a lead. The defense can't hold a lead, and I think that goes to coaching. I think another big storyline is the Saints. Also, they got 6 starters
Saints.
out. Yeah, they got 6 starters out now, and I don't know how much they can hold up. Moving forward without all their starters, and even the Eagles. The Eagles got so many players out, like so many major players out, and I mean that's part of the problem. It's a lot of injuries, but they play the 49ers. That's gonna be tough. George Kittle is back. Debo Samuel is back.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo back or not yet?
No, Jimmy G's out still, but they still got their weapons. That's gonna be tough for the Eagles to come. They got to travel all the way to San Francisco, Santa Clara, and try to win this game. The Eagles gotta win. They gotta win. They can't go down 0-3-1. They cannot. But I don't know. I'm having doubts that they could win this game. So, but let's go to the NBA. Let's go to the NBA real quick. What do you think of this final so far? The Lakers are dominant right now against the depleted Miami Heat team right now. The Lakers are up 2-0. You think it's gonna be a sweep?
Yeah, no, but before we get to that, I want to get back to another interesting headline that in the NFL right now. Russell Wilson. Can Russell Wilson keep up his hot start?
Yes.
He has 14 touchdown passes. Who are they playing this week?
They are playing. Let's see. Hold on. Let me I got the schedule right here, real quick. Seattle is playing Miami. They're at Miami.
Okay. All right. Can Russell Wilson keep up his? This guy's on pace for 60 touchdown passes. I'm telling
you. He might get 50. I don't know about 60. He might get 50, but yeah, he's the MVP. I picked him to win MVP. In the beginning of the season, at least be in the discussion because he played lights out last year too. If it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, he probably would have won MVP. So I had him on my fantasy team last year too. So he was tremendous, and now this year he's even playing better. So they're allowing him to play his game. So I agree. I think that Russell Wilson is on pace to win this MVP, and Seattle's tough. So, but yeah, let's get to the NBA. The NBA finals. What do you think of the finals so far? Lakers have been dominant, and Anthony Davis. My goodness.
Here's the thing. I picked the Lakers in 6, but
I picked them in
7. I mean, the way it's looking right now, the Heat have no big men. Actually, Miles Leonard played pretty good. Actually, Leonard played decent, but they need Bam back and Goran Dragic back in a heartbeat because if they can't afford to go down 3-0. If they go down 3-0, they're getting swept. The Lakers are too much. The Lakers are powerful, and they have 3 big men that can obviously power power the rim. And I mean, it's tough to beat the Lakers, and there's no weakness on the Lakers right now. So at this point, I picked the Lakers in 6, but I'm going to say sweep now at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be a sweep or 5 at the least, at the most, I should say. The Lakers are looking good. Like I mean, Anthony Davis is unstoppable, especially when he plays like nobody can stop him on the Heat. Even Bam Adebayo can't stop him when he's playing like lights out like this. And LeBron's on a mission. You can just tell they're on a mission. And I think now with they've taken the spirit of Kobe Bryant and they made it their mission to get to win this try to win this championship, and they're dominating right now, and they've dominated the playoffs. They're dominating a depleted Heat team. I mean, Jimmy Butler's going to have to average like 50 just for the Heat to have a chance, and then Bam's out again. You know,
even if the Heat lose, they still had a great season. No one expected them to go this far, and Eric Spoelstra, hands down, one of the best head coaches in the game right now in the NBA. Eric Spoelstra, no one gives him credit, but I think he can be a legitimate coach of the year this year. And they need another star player with Jimmy Butler, and I'm really think that Giannis should really consider Miami.
Mm-hmm. If Giannis goes there, man, that's gonna be a dangerous team. They already because the Heat have a lot of I mean, they have a lot of players. You know, they're young. They have 3-point shooters. They got toughness. So they got the elements. They just the injuries now can't match up with a healthy Laker team, a determined Laker team who has a lot of they're
Lakers. You can already tell Lakers are more hungry in this series. They want it.
Yeah,
so.
They want it. They want it big time. So I give Lakers a lot of credit. LeBron's going to more than likely get his 4th championship. Looks like it's going to be over in 4 or 5. And I don't see Miami coming back. You know, especially Dragic might be out for the series because he's hurt. He's injured. And Bam, we don't know if he's going to be back tomorrow. If not, they really don't have a chance. I don't think they have much of a chance at all. Not big enough. They don't have enough big men to counter, especially when the Lakers go big with AD, Dwight Howard, or JaVale McGee, and LeBron. Like they can't contend with that. As good as the defensive they are, they don't have enough. So, well, Nathan, thank you, man, for coming on the show. It's always great talking with you, man, and thank you for celebrating this 50th episode with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on. Congrats on 50. 50 episodes. Well, you're gonna catch it to me soon, so
I know, right? I got to do this every day to catch up to you, man. So, but it's my 50th episode of this portion of the podcast. I've done many more since 2015, but this is the revamped podcast, and continued success for you, man, and keep getting all those great interviews, and let everyone know where they can find you on social media and find your the NR Hour podcast.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all social media formats. And please give me a follow, and go follow Courtney Harden too. He's doing a fantastic job, and
thank you.
You're killing the show, and all of us are family. All these podcasters are family now, so just keep up the great work.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Let's go Dallas Cowboys. Let's go.
Oh no, go Eagles, man. Fly Eagles, fly. All right, man. Have a good one. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, man.
All right, later.